You know, a lot of people really like cats, but what if I told you that there are people that live like them? Here are 10 people who live non-human lives. Number 10 are vampires. With all the popularity the creatures of the night are getting in modern day movies, books, and television shows, it's no wonder people would crave to live the life, or rather, unlife, of a vampire. And that's just what 55-year-old Vanian Dark and his wife, 28-year-old Ethereal, claim to be. The couple, who live in Manchester, England, possess something stranger than a 27-year age difference and love for black clothing. They have a lust for actual human blood. Though they swear they never take it from unwilling hosts the way that vampires in fiction do, they do drink from each other, and a group of enablers called Black Swans, who go out of their way to get certificates saying that they're in clean health, so that they can feed their vampire friends and family. The Darks don't claim to possess super strength, speed, or even immortality, but they do seem to take their lifestyle very seriously. Well, everyone needs a hobby, right? Some people knit, some people play croquet, and some people do this. Number 9 are cats. I can see the appeal in wanting to have a cat, the cuteness, the companionship, but wanting to be one? That's taking things a bit too far if you ask me. However, that's just what a 21-year-old Norwegian woman is doing, as she goes about her life as a talking cat named Nano. Nano says she's always been a feline and does very feline-esque things, such as walking on all fours, sleeping on windowsills, hissing at dogs, avoiding water that isn't in her bowl, and meowing playfully at humans, even ones that she doesn't know. She also claims to possess incredible night vision and enhanced cat-like hearing. Nano says that she was definitely born into the wrong species and that she's supposed to have come into this world as a cat, but something went wrong and she popped out as a human. She's the first person to publicly identify as a cat. Psychologists have told her that she can grow out of it, but Nano hopes that she's a cat for life. Yeah, that's cool. I wonder if she gets hairballs. Number 8 is a silver elf. Michael Love, also known by his elvish name Zardoa, is a member of the Silver Elves, a supposed family of those mystical creatures from Tolkien novels or Dungeons and Dragons games. The Silver Elves claim to have first awakened to their true selves in 1975, when they were contacted by the Elf Queen's daughters in Carbondale, Illinois, probably via Ouija board. The EQDs taught Zardoa and his Silver Elf sisters how to cast spells and perform enchantments, which I'm sure legitimately worked. The Silver Elves were also taught the Elven Way, which is a spiritual path that leads to belief in Santa Claus, their distant cousin the Tooth Fairy, and all other deities. Since then, Zardoa has been living his magical elven life out in Honolulu, Hawaii, with his wife, Sister Flame, and the two of them have written and published over 37 different books on elven magic, enchantment, and the Elven Way. Yeah, I'll be sure to read those real soon. What's on Netflix? Number 7 is a dragon lady. Eva Tiamat Baphomet Medusa, formerly Richard Hernandez, is a 56-year-old transgender woman from Arizona and the world's first trans-species human dragon. Tiamat, the only transhuman dragon in existence, has had numerous cosmetic procedures done to give her, or it as Tiamat prefers, a more reptilian look. These plastic surgeries have removed its ears, removed and modified its nose, removed teeth, forked its tongue, dyed its eyes green, and implanted 8 horns in its head. Tiamat also has full body tattoos that create scaly patterns on its skin, as well as face tattoos, and it still has plans for even more cosmetic work until 2025, with the ultimate goal of leaving humanness behind. Whether or not it will want to fly around breathing fire and massacring peasant villages in the future, remains to be seen for now, but Tiamat heads an activist organization making the world a better place. Yeah, a better place for who? What kind of charity work does a dragon lady do? I'm genuinely curious. Number 6 are unicorns. In 2011, art director and choreographer Shaft Uden decided to attend the Burning Man Art Festival in the Black Rock Desert of Nevada. There, he had an epiphany and was reborn as a fabulous unicorn version of himself. Being a unicorn doesn't demand that you act like a mystical horse. It's more about dressing colorfully, being uber positive, living life spontaneously, and loving everyone, in an almost literal polyamorous sense. Shaft and his unicorn clan, which started in London, England, are more like modern-day hippies that go out partying and dancing while wearing strapped unicorn horns on their foreheads. Their horns, along with their extremely glittery and rainbow-colored outfits, turn heads everywhere that they go, and their following has attracted thousands from around the world. The unicorns have their own credo of 10 principles that they follow, most of which involve being shiny, happy people. You know, a lot of people probably laugh at these guys, but hey, we could all use a little more positivity in our life, even if it includes some glitter. Number 5 is Animal Man. Charles Foster is an oddity among the human species, mainly because he chooses to search for the answers to deep philosophical questions about himself and life through the experiences of different animals. In short, Charles Foster has dedicated a large portion of his 54-year life to acting like animals. Once a successful barrister and veterinarian who studied at Cambridge University, Foster currently teaches at Oxford University when he isn't writing. For many years, the 6-foot, 210-pound man lived as a few different animals. He spent his time as a badger in Wales with his son, sleeping through the daytime and hunting at night, even smelling each other's feces. Okay, that's going a little too far. In London, he traveled around at night eating from garbage bins, sleeping under bushes, and competing with other foxes for meals. His attempts at living like a swift bird and red deer were more dignified but less successful. How does one live like a swift bird? Just trying to fly around. That's just weird. Number 4 is Peter Pan. Sometimes fairy tales do come true, or rather, sometimes strange people ritually enact their favorite fairy tales as if they were true. This is the case for Randy Constan, a 64-year-old former engineer and musician who has decided to live as Peter Pan. Constan faces many human challenges unlike Peter Pan, such as constant aging and inability to fly, but he settles for dressing in Peter Pan outfits with green tights whenever he can and acting giddy and carefree like a child. Constan set up his own webpage in order to spread awareness of his life choice, connect with others who felt similarly about living as an eternal child or fairy, and to possibly find his soulmate. Impressively, he managed to achieve all of those goals, appearing on talk shows like Conan and Jimmy Kimmel, receiving contact from various other odd lifestyle enthusiasts, and meeting his current wife, Dorothy. Aw, that's actually pretty magical. Let's just hope that he doesn't try to take her out a window like the real Peter Pan, because that relationship's gonna end real quick. Number 3 is a goat man. Oops, sorry, just my goat man slipped out. One day, British writer Thomas Thwaites decided to take a vacation from being human and became a goat man. After spending a full year researching his unorthodox way to escape the daily stresses and anxieties of human life, he managed to convince a prosthetic limb expert in Manchester, England, to help him create fake goat limbs to walk on all fours. He also fashioned some makeshift goat gear using a special bicycle helmet, a raincoat, a chest protector, and an artificial goat stomach that allowed Thwaites to chew grass and then spit it out secretly. After his goat ensemble was complete, he found a goat farm in Wolfenschiessen, Sweden that allowed him to spend time being, you guessed it, a goat, with a real herd of goats. As a goat, he spent 3 days with a herd and 3 days alone, and actually ended up winning an IG Nobel Prize in 2016 for documenting his odd experience in his book, Goat Man. You know, as an author myself, I have to say that's really impressive. All you gotta do is dress up like a goat, you win a Nobel Prize. Man, I gotta get on this guy's level. Number 2 are bronies. Oh yeah, you've heard of these people. Living your life as a good and friendly human being is one thing, but living your life as a colorful and cheerfully friendly pony is another. Enter the Bronies, a huge group of die-hard fans of the 1983 toy line My Little Pony. which by the way got an update with a cartoon of the same name based on those toys released in 2010. Bronies are mostly male, with only 1 in 5 being a Pegasister or female brony. They dress up in super flamboyant and often complex costumes, emulating their favorite character and actually live their lives under the credo of the pony that they identify with the most, making up fanfiction, avatar, and fan art of them. People of all ages and ethnicities have joined this group, with 21 being the average age of a brony. Seemingly harmless, the brony slogan is the same as the show's: friendship is magic. Well, let's be honest, it's definitely not the worst group that a person could become a part of. And number 1 are furries. Yeah, you might have heard of these people too. If you're like most people outside of this particular culture, when you hear that someone is a furry, you immediately associate that with a kinky sexual thrill seeker or the happiness that they get from putting on an animal costume and making sweet jungle love. But as it turns out, furries are looking for much more than a mate in a fuzzy outfit. In fact, people of all ages identify as furries, even those who are not sexually active. For those unaware of them, furries are costume-loving enthusiasts who appreciate animal characters with distinctively human attributes and personalities. Originating in 1980 at a science fiction convention, this fandom has become a subculture all onto its own. Yes, they walk on 2 legs and wear clothes, but those clothes go on top of the costume that they wear, which by the way is of the creature that they identify with. Furries are just like you, only, you know, furrier. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this. As always, if you feel like it, drop a like on this video or leave a comment, totally up to you. And on the right, you'll find 2 of my most recent videos that you can press or click on your screen right now if you want to watch more. And that's it. Have a fantastic day. Maybe dress up as a furry, you know what I'm saying? And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.